The House passed it, and Biden signed it today. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I want to discuss the huge piece of legislation the House of Representatives just passed a few hours ago, sending it on to the president where he signed it into law today, and what all this means for you, so let's get right into it. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side every single day, no matter what, to bring you all the latest updates as things are changing very rapidly, and my dedication is to you and everybody right here in this community to continue watching all this information and breaking it down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on, and most importantly, how it's going to impact you going forward, as well as anything popping up right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward. And always remember, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. That's my dedication. That's my commitment. And as always, that is my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. All right, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about the huge piece of legislation Congress just passed today. The president signed into law, and it's a done deal. This is it. They have passed it on through. They are done with this one. Now on to the next piece of legislation. So let me talk you through these details. However, to be totally fair, Congress is actually not even there anymore. They took off and they all went home. So yeah, they won't be working on anything for a little while now. However, today the House of Representatives did hold their vote on the $1.7 trillion package that I talked about yesterday, as the Senate held the vote on it and they passed it. And as of yesterday evening, the House of Representatives was also supposed to vote on it, but huge surprise, they didn't. And they held those votes today instead. So here's what's interesting about this. About a week ago, I was out in a separate video saying I would not be shocked one bit if they wait until Thursday or Friday of next week, which, by the way, this was a week ago when I was saying this. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they wait until Thursday or Friday to pass this through. Well, guess what? Today's Friday. And what did they do? They passed it on through, and the president signed it literally hours before the deadline. The deadline being tonight, the government would have gone into a partial government shutdown if they would have not passed this or a short-term spending bill just to keep the government funded. Well, they did that last Friday. They passed a 1 week little short-term continuing resolution to keep the government funded for 1 more week. And here we are a week later, and sure enough, they're doing it right at the last minute. As always, are we shocked? No. Are we impressed by the lawmakers? I'm not sure about you, but I'm certainly not. You know what I mean? So anyway, they did it, and this is it. So a $1.7 trillion package, and again, this is keeping the government funded all the way through September 30th of 2023. So this is pretty much a done deal for a long time now, 9 months, a little over 9 months. So we don't need to talk about this again for a very long time. So it's a done deal. Just want to bring this to your attention. As I told you yesterday, I'll keep you posted on this because I know that some people here in the community have been concerned about a potential government shutdown and all the ramifications of this bill not being passed. Now, one more thing that I want to throw out there really quickly. Just a few hours ago, I was out in a separate video talking about 2 new updates on SNAP benefits, otherwise known as food stamps. I know a lot of you here in the community are fixed income beneficiaries, and a lot of you do receive SNAP benefits as well. If you have not seen that video from a few hours ago, I would highly recommend going back and checking that out, because buried within this $1.7 trillion package is a little nugget for SNAP beneficiaries. It's not much. I'm not even sure if we can call it a golden nugget these days. Maybe like, I don't know, a silver nugget? It's something. It's not great, but it is something for SNAP beneficiaries, and realistically, it's something they should have passed a long time ago, but at least late is better than never. So please check out that video from earlier today. It was just a few hours ago that I posted that video, and it's one of the good little pieces within this big bill, this $1.7 trillion package that is for SNAP beneficiaries, which, by the way, there's about 41 million SNAP beneficiaries, otherwise known as food stamp beneficiaries in the United States, and who rely on these monthly benefits every single month. So I broke all those details down for you. Also, I will link that video down below at the top of the comment section. I'll put a link there for you where you can just click on that link and check it out. Otherwise, it's literally the last video that I posted like 4 hours ago or something. No, 5 hours ago. Yeah, I think it was 5 hours ago that I posted that video. So check that one out. Otherwise, the details of this bill, some of you here in the community, as I did bring you the details on this thing about a week ago, they were possibly going to be adding in permanent advanced child tax credit payments into this bill. Sorry, didn't make it. So that is not in there. A stimulus check is not in the bill either. Again, as I described a couple days ago, I've been seeing some headlines popping up saying, stimulus checks in the bill. No, there's not a stimulus check in the bill. There's not that in there. I would have told you about that immediately if there was. Unfortunately, there is not. However, in about, what is it from right now? What is the date today? The 23rd? What is it even? I don't know. 2 weeks or so? Not even. I'm not even sure how many days it is from right now. Call it about 10, 12 days or something from right now. The new Congress will be brought in right away in the new year. January 3rd, the new Congress will be brought in. This is going to be very, very important because all of the decisions going forward then are basically up to Congress. Remember, who is the one that makes all the decisions for us? Unfortunately, it's Congress, right? Yes, they like to be micromanagers, and they're pretty much what they're good at. So that's all. Well, did I say what they're good at? How silly of me. Seriously, let's be real right now. Are they really good at that? Well, that's up for debate. But anyway, my point is, Congress is the one who makes all the decisions on all the pieces of legislation. They make all the calls on everything. They work through the bills, the packages, all this stuff, and then they send it on to the president where he either has the ability to sign it into law or to whip out the veto stamp and say, no, go back and work on this again, or just no, throw it in the burn pile, right? So when it comes down to that, the new Congress will be coming in what is it, about 10 to 12, 14 days, something like that. Again, I don't really know exactly how many days it is from right now. It's in like less than 2 weeks from right now. So I didn't look at a calendar and I didn't count the days. It's, 10, 12 days, something like that. But the new Congress will be brought in, and then they'll be the ones making the decisions going forward for the next couple years, with all the new stuff. So 2023 is going to be a very interesting year. There's going to be a lot going on. And even between now and the end of this year and the new Congress, I can guarantee you this much. There's going to be a lot more big updates. There's going to be a lot more, big information as we wrap up 2022. A lot of things are going to be coming out here. So, we can't just write off the whole year. There's still more than a week left of this year, and there's going to be some other big things coming out here. But once we roll into 2023 and we get some more updates out of the new Congress and things like that, it's going to be very busy for at least the first couple months of the new Congress. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of new stuff coming out, a lot of new bills, packages, proposals, amendments, new piece of legislation hitting the table because all these lawmakers, they're excited, right? They're excited to have a job. They're excited to be in there. They're going to be coming up with all these proposals and saying, these are the things that we want to accomplish within the first 100 days or 3 months or 6 months or first year or whatever it happens to be. Whether they actually get all that stuff done, that's another question. But I can guarantee you there will be a lot of stuff going on. And as I've always said before, there's going to be a lot of things, a lot of new bills and proposals coming out to reform Social Security, raise benefits, increase benefits, expand Social Security, all kinds of things like this. I guarantee it. The reason for that is because this is what Congress does. They know that a huge percentage of the voting population in the country is fixed income beneficiaries. They know this. About 70 million people in the United States are fixed income beneficiaries. And again, that's about, 22% or so, 21, 22% of our population in the country, just roughly. That's a lot of people, right? So therefore, they always want to do what they can to appeal to these people because they know it's a huge percentage of the voting bloc, right? So that's just what it goes on. And again, if you're new here on the channel, please remember, I am here for you in any way that I can be. And this is what I focus on. I focus most of my videos on fixed income beneficiaries, money, benefits, Social Security, SSDI, retirement, survivors, SSI, VA, stimulus checks, programs, utility programs, rental assistance, housing assistance, food assistance, all kinds of things like this. Yeah, I'm focusing on all this stuff every single day. All this new information coming out of Congress. It's very busy. There's a lot of stuff every day. And again, that's why I'm breaking it all down for you in these short videos. So, long story short, the $1.7 trillion package has passed through the House of Representatives, passed through the Senate yesterday. President signed it. It's a done deal. That's it. So, make sure to go back and check out that video from earlier today. Literally the last video that I posted about 5 hours ago. Check that one out. Otherwise, I will link it down below at the top of the comment section as well. Please watch that video, especially if you're a SNAP beneficiary. If you're not a SNAP beneficiary, it probably doesn't apply to you, but if you are a SNAP beneficiary, watch that video because It's a new piece of legislation within this $1.7 trillion package where it's going to be going into effect for the next 2 years and protecting SNAP beneficiaries. Some pretty good stuff. So anyway, I have all the details for you in that last video. So hope this one helps you. Again, like I said in the video yesterday evening, I told you I'll keep you posted on this as I do get more details on this bill or if they pass it, things like that. So as of right now, to answer the questions, no, there will not be a government shutdown tonight at basically midnight. There will not be a government shutdown because they passed the bill, signed, it's done. That's it. Don't have to worry about government shutdown again for another 9.5 months or so. And then we can deal with all this again. So, yeah, what a mess. Anyway, I'm here for you. Hope you're doing well and weathering through this storm right now, right? Crazy. I've been seeing a ton of headlines hitting the wire today. And these headlines are saying like 200 million people right now are all dealing with this same storm. So, yeah, like 2/3 of the population pretty much in this country is dealing with this storm right now going across the country. So very interesting. It's kind of interesting how all of us are kind of dealing with the whole thing. Basically, north to south, from border to border, the whole thing is getting, some of this storm. So kind of craziness right now. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. And I'll catch you again later in the next video. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy. Check out that last video. And I'll catch you again later in the next video.